Hello, everyone. You are once again watching Spotlight here at the Daily Tribune. I am Dinah Ventura.
And I am Kim Sancha, and with me is, of course, my managing editor and the show's main host, Fresh, okay, from South Korea. Oh, wow.
Thank you, Kim.
Ayan. Parang gusto kong alamin yan. No, no, no.
Oh, but I'm not the guest here.
Yeah.
I'll tell you more about it
What?
after the show.
Okay, fine, fine, fine.
I'm very happy to be back on Spotlight again with
Very
you.
nice. Okay.
So let's get on with
Right.
introducing our guest for today. She is a very beautiful general pediatrician at Oratech Healthcare Clinic, Aventus Medical Care, and St. Camillus Polyclinic Makati. She's a graduate of the UST Faculty of Medicine and Dentistry. Let's welcome Dr. Janezza Marie Luarca. Oh, di ba, Kim? Para siyang beauty queen,
Yes,
di ba?
I was about to say that. And welcome to Spotlight.
Hello, thank you so much and good day everyone. It's my pleasure to be here po.
Yes,
Diba?
thank you for joining us, making time for us this
Yeah.
afternoon. So, Kim,
What?
tayo, kwentuhan with Doktora
Yeah,
about
sure.
her.
Before that, let's ask, how are you today? What makes you busy? Are you what?
Well, right now po, I'm good. I'm quite busy with my clinic, but I'm really just excited to be here at Spotlight.
Yay.
Yay, very nice.
So, I'm very curious, and I'm sure a lot of people are, because we hear the word pediatrician all the time. But what is it really? What does your job really entail?
Okay, so for a pediatrician, basically it's doctors for ages 18 years old up until 364 days and below.
The days.
And then with becoming a pediatrician, you'll need 4 years of medicine proper
Okay.
and 3 years of residency.
I see. So, how many total years of study did you do?
Oh my gosh, ever since college, it's almost 12 years.
Oh my
12
God.
Not
years.
mistaken.
Wow.
Yeah, because of the board exam in between and the internship po.
Right. So talaga it's like, wow, 12 years, over a
Ang tagal.
decade of
Yeah.
studying. What was your pre-med course?
Well, I took up medical technology,
Mhm,
same at
mhm.
University of Santo Tomas.
Okay. All right. Gaganda ng mga graduates of UST, ha?
Yes, agree din
Diba?
ako
Our
dyan.
boss is also from UST. Anyway, so, okay, I'm sure that was very hard studying for 12 years.
For 12 years.
Yes, but I'm sure the rewards after that, after you finished, was great, diba?
Right. So, may we know what was your med school look like back then? I mean, your experiences. I mean, like inspiring stories, unforgettable stories that you might want to share.
Okay, well, I've been with USC for 8 years because
Okay.
I went straight from my college degree to medicine. Still in UST. Well, UST is very famous for its flood.
I agree to
Yeah,
that.
and then our med school building is really there
In the zone.
in that zone of
Flood
flood.
zone area.
Ah, okay.
Um, I just remember one of my days as clerkship. When I was a clerk, it was totally flooded. Even the hospital is totally
Yes.
flooded.
Mm.
And the X-ray machine at the clinical division of the hospital is not working, so we need to transfer the patient to the private division. So we went with the patient on our boots.
Just have X-ray.
Yeah, to have the patient X-rayed, and we really walked with the what's that stretcher with him all through the
Flood.
all through the private division with the flood. So that's
Wow.
very remarkable for me, and
Unforgettable.
yeah,
Unforgettable.
unforgettable, and
It's an experience
Yeah.
too.
yes, and I think that's one of the feelings of being, oh, I'm gonna be a doctor and I really want this job.
Yeah, di ba? Parang when you go through a challenge like that, parang it
Oo.
will really make you feel like, is this what I want to do, di ba?
Yeah.
For the rest of my life. Yeah. So you had that moment
Yes.
I remember kasi
through the
dyan
flood.
through the flood. I mean, no, I remember kasi dyan sa'yo, kasi sobrang yung, ano yung pag umulan na ng konti, sobrang kayo yung unang declare na walang pasok because of
Opo.
that area.
Parang kami talaga po kasi yung catch
Winner kayo
basin
dyan.
ng Manila.
Pero Kiwala mo, may alam akong Doktora
Oh, go. I
Janezza.
wanna know that.
Yes, because I'm sure like choosing your profession is not easy, di ba? That's really a commitment kasi medicine yan, mahaba talaga ang pag-aaral, di ba? Pero when you were a child, you decided that you wanted to be a doctor right away na.
Or in the medical field.
Oh, oh.
Kasi you were medtech, right?
Apo.
So anyway, it's related, so di ba?
Apo. I think ever since 3 years old, when I'm asked what do you want to become, I really say a doctor. I don't know where it came from. Ever since growing up, opo,
galing
yun na po
naman.
talaga yung nasa isip ko.
What do you mean? Like, you don't know where it came from because
Yeah.
or
Nobody was a doctor or in the medical field with my
ako pa lang.
Ako pa lang po.
Ang galing.
Hopefully, mas madami pa kami. Dumami pa.
May nakikita na bang susunod?
Well, I hope my pamangkins will be a doctor someday.
And your mom passed away when you were 16.
Oh, yeah.
Yun. So what was her influence on you, on your choice of profession?
Okay. So my mom had a very good fight with cancer. It took us almost 2 to 3 years of battling cancer. It's one of my biggest inspiration din po talaga of becoming a doctor. And yeah, because of my mom. Well, ever since naman po, she's my biggest inspiration. And I think her doctors were from UST as well. So that's a great influence
Yeah.
for me then to take up medicine and college degree in University of Santo Tomas.
I see. Okay. What were the things that she used to tell you to encourage you?
To push you.
Well, my mom po kasi is smart and hardworking and very well-driven.
Okay.
So, I think I got that from her as well,
okay.
growing up now. And, well, my favorite motto in life is what my mom will always tell me is just aim high and hit the mark.
Oh.
Yeah, and from then on, I will always try to do my best and to achieve whatever I want to.
Okay, galing.
So we're talking
Kailangan
about
natin yun.
Yeah. So we're talking about your mom. So we are also interested about your dad. So can you tell us something
Your
about
family.
your family
Yeah,
or
the
your
rest of
dad?
your family.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm really a daddy's girl.
Oh,
Wow.
I see.
And I think it's safe for me to tell after 29 years that I am the favorite.
Right.
Secret
Okay.
natin yan.
Secret lang
Nobody's
po.
watching, don't worry.
Well, my dad naman po is very chill, very relaxed, and he was always supportive of me. Even up until now, sometimes when I have a hard time driving or going from places to places, he will voluntarily do so.
Baby ka ba?
Baby pa din hanggang ngayon. Pero
Daddy's girl na girl.
Oo,
Oh my
daddy's
God.
girl po talaga. That's why we're very close and we're very well, malambing to him talaga because he's really malambing. And my siblings naman, I'm the bunso po kasi of the family.
Kaya naman
Ano
pala
naman.
eh.
Yes.
So
Okay.
my siblings have their families already, but we live in just one village
I
lang po.
see.
So
That's nice.
we're still very close naman.
How
And
many
that's-
how many siblings do you have? You have
I
an
have
ate.
an ate and a kuya po.
Okay.
It's nice about the your connection or your affection to your given
With your family,
ano,
Ang galing-galing.
Apo.
the fact that she's a doctor.
Oo.
Parang,
The baby doctor.
yeah, the baby
In
doctor.
more ways than one.
Yes, opo. So, instant po talaga yung mga pamangkin ko. Instant
nga.
naging patient ko.
So, yeah. What do you like most about your job now?
Okay. Before going to any work or job description po or residency for us naman po, we're always interviewed first.
Okay.
And that's always the question.
Yes.
Why do you want to become a pediatrician? Why do you want to become a doctor? I always say, I want to be a doctor because I want to influence that person holistically, even not just because of their sickness. I want to get in touch with them, influence them in every aspect of their life.
Okay.
And what I thought about of taking up pediatrician, what more or what big influence it will be if bata po yung hawakan ko. And as I saw then with my sister, because she has already
A baby.
kids, and I really want to become the comfort of the parents as well. Yeah,
Oo nga.
that's why I just pushed to becoming. I think pediatrics is really for me, and I think I'm good with kids.
Yes, that's great.
Yes.
So, any plans of having your own?
Family.
Well, anytime soon, but I need to be married first. Very soon na naman po since I'm already engaged.
Ay, talaga. A doctor also?
Yes, a doctor also. He's taking up ophthalmology po.
Ah.
Yes,
Okay.
for the eyes.
Oh, also in UST.
He graduated from USC, but now he's practicing at Pampanga po.
Okay. That's good. Oh, okay, yeah.
Life si Doktora.
Yeah. And yeah, since she's talking about interesting, can you tell us about your training back then when you were in the med school?
What was the most interesting,
Yeah, like patient maybe.
memorable experience you had?
What do you call it? Exams or laboratory or anything like that.
Well, in medicine, kasi we really have long classes. Our classes will take like around 2 to 4 hours. Max is, I guess, 12 hours per
Oh,
That's
God.
long.
That's really long.
Yeah.
And I think one of the memorable thing for me is when I was in first year, it's an anatomy class because
Okay.
that's the first time I saw a cadaver and a human body. And then, well, it fascinated me, and I think it's one of the reason then that, oh really, I'm not disgusted or grossed by it. I'm fascinated by it. I want to learn about it. That's why it's really good for me that, oh, I really want to be a doctor. But with my medical school, it really has a lot of exams. But by the
Study.
yeah, by the day we usually have 2 or 3, but when it comes to that toxic days, we reach up until 5 because we usually have 5 subjects in one day.
In one day.
Yeah, but for me, it really took a lot of work, a lot of effort, and a lot of coffee po to stay up and
Oh wait.
try
Keep
to,
awake.
Yeah, try to finish
Yeah.
that study po.
Pero you sound like you've always been so sure about what you want in life, what you want to do in life. But were there any moments of doubt naman and how did you overcome
If
them?
meron.
Yes, of course. I think that was residency already when the COVID hit.
Ah.
Yeah. Because we were first years when the
COVID.
COVID happened, and we were literally the first line.
Mm-mm.
So I think it's really at first COVID was really scary, and
Yes.
I still have my family, I still have my dad, and I really want to be there. But then again, I think it's, well, two-edged sword that you really want to help your countrymen, your patients, and with that, I still pursued residency even with the scare of COVID. I just didn't go home for so long.
Oh.
That's in Makati Med, right?
Parang nalungkot ka
Yes.
talaga doon.
Opo, opo. Because if back then, if we were quarantined, it took us before 15 days, 14 to 15
Yeah.
days of quarantine. So we were just
Right.
alone.
Before and after.
Yeah.
That's really hard.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Oh my God, our conversation is actually getting
Oh.
interesting, exciting
Gusto
with
ko
you,
pang malaman,
Dr.
marami
Luarca.
pa.
But before that,
Mhm.
we'll pause for a break. Spotlight, we'll be right back.
Nagtitiis ka na lang ba sa e-wallet at lumang bank apps mo?
Struggle! I can't receive payments na.
I need to go to the bank branch to deposit a check pa.
Singilan na. So hassle to do it one by one.
I need to send my bank deets again and again.
Tiis no more! With UB, hindi ka na mahahassle, hindi ka na magsistruggle, at hindi ka na magte-travel pa to the bank branch to transact. Ayos? Ayos! Download Union Bank online now.
Fiber is the free and secure way to connect with friends and family anywhere. Send messages and make phone and video calls for free. Download Viber now.
With Globe, our steps can lead us to millions of doors opening, millions of paths unfolding, and millions of reasons to keep going. Now's the time to be with a network that gets better every day for you.
And you're still watching Spotlight. And still with us is, of course, the very beautiful and gorgeous Dr. Janezza Luarca. Welcome back to Spotlight.
Oh, ang ganda-ganda.
Yes, diba? Look
Parang
at the
hindi
smile.
ka nasa-stress.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you get enough sleep? What's a typical day like for you?
Now that residency
Your
is
residence ka na.
over, yes. Now that I'm practicing general pediatrics.
Pediatrics.
Well, sleep is one of my priorities. So I tend to really give time for my sleep and breakfast. So
Okay.
It's important.
How many hours ba dapat, Doc?
Ulit-ulit na tanong na yan eh. Oh, yeah.
Usually for adults, a good 6 to 8 hours will be
Yun pa rin
enough.
talaga.
If enough.
Opo.
Okay. I'm on track.
You should be.
Okay. And then, so you wake up and then you have breakfast and then what do you do now for the rest of the day?
If I have my clinic, I'll go straight to my clinic. And then after, sometimes po kasi I go both.
Clinics?
Sometimes I go to Makati from Las Piñas or
Mm,
vice
to and
versa.
fro.
Okay.
Yes, opo. And then after a day, I play with my dog.
Oh, you have a
dog.
puppy.
Yes.
So what's
Yeah.
the name of your dogs?
It's Prince po. I have two dogs. It's Prince and Sunday. Sunday is a Maltese and Prince is a Shih Tzu. Both
Cute.
are just given to us, and so that's why we're very blessed with them. And Prince po kasi is kind of new. He's gonna turn 1 pa lang this year.
Baby pa,
Baby
puppy.
So, from baby doctor to baby
Puppy.
or pup. Diba nice?
So, what are the most common cases that you handle in your clinics?
For now, it's really cough and colds.
Cold
Yeah.
season na ba?
Yes, lalo na right now we're experiencing a little bit of rain already. So rainy season is upon us already. So cough and colds are very common because viral infections right now are very common. And that is why I always ask my patients as well if their vaccination record is up to date because right now the influenza season is upon us. So
How can parents care for prevent their kids from getting
Kids.
colds or getting infected?
well, it's really number one hand hygiene. It's contacted through droplets or when someone sneezes or cough, dun po nila makukuha, no? And then with that, coughing etiquette is really a must. So in the event that you have a cough or sneezing episodes, you may use a tissue and then throw it after and wash your hands after.
Right.
Or you can use the elbow and then cover it and then from there on, hindi na sila masyadong contagious.
Ayan.
And oral fluid intake is a must. So,
Water.
water din po talaga. And again, keeping an updated schedule for their vaccination is really a must.
Dapat.
Well, for the influenza or the flu po kasi, it's usually done yearly. Why is that? So, because the strains of the influenza, it changes per year po kasi. Yeah, so they usually predict what strain that will be common for the year, the next coming year. So usually we update po talaga the vaccination yearly.
That's interesting to know. I'm sorry, I forgot to ask earlier. You said that you were the first in line in Makati Med during the COVID, right?
Yes.
So how was your experience? I mean, were there anything like hard or unforgettable or it's really painful in your end as as a frontliner back then?
Number one po kasi, well, I'm very fortunate that I was in Makati Medical Center and we were very taken care of in terms of food, clothing, and the PPEs that we use. So, and actually the protocols of Makati Med is really up to date and
Yes.
very safe for us. So we're very blessed with that. With regards to the scare of it, because there were no lines for us. May it be if you're in surgery, if you're in ENT, pedia, or internal medicine, lahat kami first line. So we take turns in the emergency room at first po kasi we have a decking of what department should be the next in line. So it's really a battlefield a while ago. That's why it's really fortunate for us that we are here right now.
Yes, I'm so glad.
And it's in
Oo,
Makati
pero
Med.
test talaga yun sa'yo as a doctor, no?
Yes,
Yung
it was-
commitment mo, no?
Yes, of course po. Because all you can think about is your family
Of
po kasi
course.
talaga.
Yeah.
So it's really scary back then.
Oh my God.
Diba?
At least she survived.
Oo, that's the good
I'm a
thing.
survivor.
We need more doctors like
Oo,
you.
the attitude.
Yeah.
Yung commitment.
Mm-mm.
Diba? So, yun.
Pero yung in your line of work, di ba? So childcare mostly, di ba? What's your childcare philosophy, and what are your views about vaccines and antibiotics, alternative medicine,
Yeah,
bottle
that's
feeding,
a
and
good
sleep training?
question.
Very
Yes.
nice.
Right now po kasi, the care for your children, well, for me, it changes.
Okay.
Right? before our lolas and lolos are giving us alternative medicine, sometimes you just drink royal, you'll be okay.
I know what you're saying.
Ice cream lang
Oh,
yan.
ice cream lang yan.
But right now, because of the advances of, I think, technology, the social media, and the evidence-based medicine, so we're really getting a lot of care right now. So for children, for me, it's vaccination is a must. So they're
Okay.
suggested, they're recommended for a reason, and I don't. For me, I don't know why you shouldn't have your child
Vaccinated.
be vaccinated or protected to something that you can easily get naman po. So, fortunate for us, the DOH naman po provides the primary vaccinations here for all the newborns naman. And then with regards to child care, sleeping care, and their eating as well, I'm a little more lenient, and I wanted the children to explore.
Okay.
So they're really learning a lot when they explore po kasi. So I want the kids to just go out there and have fun and
tama.
explore the world.
Be a child. Be a
Be a
child.
child,
Di ba?
that's right.
I like it that she's discussing about the vaccination. So, how do you handle, or do you have an advice for those parents who
Yes.
hesitate?
Because
to
there's a
get
lot
vac-
of, di ba, negative
Yes.
perception about vaccines.
Oo.
Yes. For me po kasi, vaccination had been studied for quite some time already, and all of the myths that we're having, lahat po na debunk already. You know, there are a lot of studies right now that usually entails a lot of researches, a lot of time to do it, and I think it's really safe and recommended for all of them. In order for us to, because we're given that opportunity to protect them, so for me, vaccination is really a must.
Yeah. How do you convince parents who are really against?
There are still kasi pa rin.
Yeah, I understand, and I understand the trauma that they've been to. Mahirap naman po kasi talaga when you see your child crying, helpless, na nagbibigay ng bakuna po, no? As much as possible, I try to educate them. And by educate them, I really go into details, one by one, of what vaccine they're afraid of. So, and I just usually say the usual things, what it's for, and what you expect right after, and the care right after. Then that's what I usually do. But I don't literally force them to do it, because for me pa rin, the parents are always the protector of the child.
Of
po.
course. Yeah.
So really have to give it to them po talaga. Just,
So, kalma ka lang.
yeah, just a little bit of education and a little bit of sweet talk talaga.
Gusto ko yung sinabi mo na kalma. So,
Oo.
how do you kalma dun sa mga yung matataray ng mga parents? Di ba may mga ganyan? Yung, di ba pagdating pala ng clinic, like that. So, how do you handle? I mean, was there an experience yung mga ganun?
Kasi for our line of work, being a pediatrician, our patients are not just the kids.
Yes.
Our patients are
May I
also the mom, the
Dad.
tita, the
Lola.
yaya, the lola,
Oh, yeah.
everyone. So I think a little bit of compassion to them as well, because they're scared.
Of course.
They're scared that their child is going through some sickness, and for me, I just keep level-headed and
Calm.
a calm and a sweet voice, because
Ayan.
because you want them to feel comfortable. You want them also to feel that they're in the hands of someone's capable din
Yan.
po, and someone that who can understand them.
Ngitian mo lang sila,
Yeah.
Doc.
Yeah.
Okay na sila.
Merong unruly passengers sa aeroplano. Meron namang unruly parents sa hospital, sa kaso mo. Alam natin kasi, alam mo naman yan, pag nadadaan ka sa hospital, di ba may nagwawalang mga parents, di ba?
Oh, syempre they're scared. Tama
Tama.
ka doon.
Yes.
You have to understand them na lang, di ba?
Parang, kit na lang, ganyan na lang ako.
Oh, buti na lang hindi ka nagdoktora.
Ay, kasampal kayo sa akin. Mga pasaway kayo. Ano?
Oh, well, may what do you do outside of work naman?
Yung spare time mo, ano ginagawa
I
mo? Do you
really
enjoy
love-
where? Going where?
Yes, I really love coffee po kasi talaga.
Yay! Thank you, join the club!
Yeah. So I really have, like, most of the time when I'm outside work or if I have a free time, I go to cafes or whatever that I want. But really, it's really coffee time.
Coffee
And-
time.
Yeah. and
With her dogs.
and right now, I'm wanted to learn a new things. So right now, I'm trying to do golf, but just a beginner at first. But I'm enjoying it
So far,
so
yeah.
far.
What coffee do you like? Where do you go na favorite mo?
Baka masabi. Baka mapuntahan nila.
Secret ba?
No.
Hindi na, wala namang nanonood eh. Tayo-tayo lang. Yun, di ba? Wala ka namang lapel, so it's okay. You can tell us. No, yun. Seriously, go.
I like how it's different po kasi when it's prepared. So I really try to take in how they prepare it. Like rather different ways po. And there are different beans as well.
Right.
But currently, my favorite is from Malongo.
Yeah. Meron dyan sa BGC, right?
Yeah,
Ayan,
meron.
nagpo-promote na siya.
Meron po sa BGC. And from where I live po kasi before, it's just right down my condo. So, I like their coffee because it's not acidic. That's the number one I
Non-acidic.
take a look po kasi sa coffee. It's non-acidic. So, it's really with floral and nutty taste po kasi. So, yun po yung
Wow, pwede
gusto ko
mag-coffee
sa
review si
kanya.
Doc.
So, how many cups a day?
Oh, no!
Oh, ayan na. Oh, no. Ayan, kasi bad ba yan? Alam mo pag sobra, di ba? No, how many cups ba? Masasabi mo ba yan sa ating mga nanonood?
In my daily life, I take like a good 3 cups of coffee.
Ako naman mga 4 or 5.
Not bad. And parang nakuha po namin ata yung European thing that after you eat your meals,
Then you have
then
coffee.
you have coffee after. And but my family is like that as well.
I
So
see.
that's our bonding.
Yay,
So,
nice.
bonding mo
That's
with-
nice.
Over coffee.
Oo, kape-kape.
Kate.
Oo, buti hindi kayo nervyosa. How do you handle emergencies?
Ayan, speaking of that, di ba yung kape na ang galing ng pasok mo din sa yung question mo, I like it.
Diba?
Yeah, so how do you handle now emergencies na? Drink ng coffee?
Drink ng coffee. Lakas ng loob.
There we go.
Well, with emergency, it's really nice if you know what you're going into and if you're competent enough to do it. So with us pediatricians, our emergency are mainly upon delivery of the patient with the newborns po. And with that naman, we always have an algorithm that we follow, so that keeps me a little bit off calm because I know what the steps are. And there's like a simple algorithm to follow. So, yun po yung mga ginagawa.
Oh, diba? So siya, may algorithm na rin pala doon sa medical field.
Yeah, opo. It really helped us a lot because sometimes po kasi if you're in emergency, grabe dataranta. But if you follow an algorithm, yeah.
You know what, the steps, di ba?
Yes.
Helps you. Oh my God, I can't. Algorithm on medical field na rin
Oh,
pala.
syempre.
Diba? Ganyan katindi ang technology. Oh my God.
Do you have any
What do you do? Yeah. You travel aside from coffee, of course. I mean, do you
Yeah.
travel? You go to the
Movie.
beach, movies, books, maybe.
I really like staying at home and just watching po. No?
Netflix?
Traveling,
Okay.
yeah,
Series,
Netflix.
movies.
Traveling as much as I would want to, but sometimes our time
Ayan.
Because of your
cannot,
time, yeah.
opo. But really Netflix and
Yan.
Netflix and coffee.
coffee will
Mamarites
do
na
the
tayo.
job of me
Oo.
relaxing.
So what do you watch? Documentary, film, series,
Okay, it's
concert. Di ba? Nandiyan na lahat kasi, di ba? Right?
it's really funny because I always watch the same thing over and over again.
Okay.
It really takes off my mind and parang pag ganun po kasi hindi na ako nag-iisip.
News
Yeah,
Parang you just let clear your
you
mind of any
paulit-ulit,
thoughts.
right?
So, ano yung
Ano yung
inuulit-ulit mo?
Ganyan ko din.
Friends po.
Kinamatay
Okay,
lang.
so who's your favorite
Mr.
character?
Kudro, yan mga yan.
Yes. Apo. Well, my favorite character is really Joey Tribbiani.
Ay, okay. So,
Apo.
paulit like how many
The
times?
funny
Oh
guy.
my gosh,
Your whole life?
Yeah, I can't even count na po. Siguro mga more than 10 of the whole series.
Okay.
Because before din po kasi every time that I go home, even in med school po, if I'm just at home in my condo and eating my dinner, sometimes it gets lonely, so I just watch Friends. So parang yun yung naging companion.
Oh, that's so nice.
I remember just David Schwimmer na yung
Schwimmer.
Bat, yung bat, yung famous bat, kaya pinatagin ko sa amin. I watched that episode. So, diba?
If you were a character there, sino
Oh
ka
yeah, I
doon?
love that.
Okay, my friends tell me I'm Rachel Green.
Yeah!
Yeah, because I'm a baby.
Oh, yeah, nga. Yeah, the
of
baby.
But I don't
Medyo-
want. I don't want to be a Joey Tribbiani. The funny friend that who's always there.
Oh,
Okay.
loyal. Galing.
Hindi pa nagkaroon sila ng reunion parang a year
Opo,
so syempre
yeah.
you were happy back.
Yes, we're so happy that they're together again.
Oo nga. Saya, no? Naging friends tuloy yung
Friends
discussion natin. Pero back to your work naman. Di ba? That's your break time, no? But how do you manage your day-to-day responsibilities considering that you have patients in different institutions, di ba? And your own clinic pa.
Yung routines, yung nakakalong routines mo.
Yeah, how do you handle
Yeah.
that?
Well, a good sleep will really do
Yun
well.
talaga.
And
Sana
a good-
all merong sleep, di ba?
and a really good cup of coffee. But I really intend my day to start with knowing what I will do next or knowing what my day will be. So
You list down
I
your
list
tasks
down,
for the
yeah,
day.
My tasks for the day, my Google Drive are really full of
Uh-huh.
events or clinics and stuff like that. So I really take time to plot everything and try as much as possible to be satisfied with what I gave with my patients, and sometimes actually after I reflect on what should I've done like that.
Okay.
But I really try to intend to start my day with
A
the
plan.
best. Yes, the plan and the best of what I can give to my patients.
I see.
So alam ko na yung routine niya everyday. So start with your coffee, lunch with a coffee, and then go home with a cup of coffee, then lying on my bed watching Friends, and then sleep. Yun yung ginagawa niya, Dee.
Oh, yes.
Very nice.
Is it hard but to build a practice nowadays? Like
yeah.
there's so many
Yes.
doctors now, diba?
Yes, agad di pa tapos yung...
Yes.
No, I sige.
Because right now, there are a lot of actually opportunities, and then there are a lot of clinics coming about.
Yes.
And when you start the practice po kasi, you really medyo rely on your seniors, on your referrals po.
Yeah.
So, with that, I'm fortunate that I have really good mentors and seniors ahead of me. So, sila po yung nagbibigay sa akin ng referrals or ng job po, no? But it's really hard to start a practice because when you put up a clinic, tendency at first po talaga, you really have to just wait and see.
So you have to be
So you have to be patient. And right now, I'm not there yet because I plan to take up fellowship pa po if time permits pa. But yeah, it really needs patience po talaga when you put up a work.
Yeah. I'm sure, no? Kim?
Alright. So, ayan, lastly, paano mo daw minamaintain ang iyong beautiful self despite of your busy and hectic life or schedule?
Well, smile.
Ayan.
Opo. I don't have much of a routine po kasi.
Oh my
Exercise.
God! Parang sa ganyan yung itsura, no?
Oo
Hindi
nga.
po. I do exercise. I try to take time kahit siguro mga once or twice a week po to hit the gym. And with skincare naman po, medyo pangbata lang talaga kasi yung skincare ko parang Cetaphil lang and
Oh, that's the
opo,
best. That's the best.
water lang din po talaga. But then again, I go back to sleeping.
Yun nga.
Oh,
Talaga
yeah, that's the
naman.
best beauty
Yun naman
regimen.
talaga. Totoo, sleep. Totoo.
Sleep and coffee.
Oh, sleep and beauty rest. Yung gano'n, diba?
Okay.
So, yun. Very nice.
Yeah. So, what are you looking forward to this year?
Your plans, maybe. Yeah.
Sana, hoping that I could take a fellowship by the end of the year po kasi. And then, right after, I'm planning for my big day, my wedding.
Oh, kailan
So,
ba?
Kailan to?
it's next year po kasi. So, the planning starts right about now.
You're planning it yourself or did you get a
Coordinator.
wedding planner?
I got a wedding
Planner.
planner.
Coordinator.
Yeah, opo. Kasi it's not here, it's not malapit po kasi.
Okay, it's gonna be a destination wedding.
Kind of lang.
Tsaka given her schedule, my God,
Oo.
wala ka ng time, girl. You need to have a planner and coordinator, you know.
Well,
So, yun po yung mga nilook
forward mo this year. It's a full life and I'm very happy to get to know you today. Thank you for sharing your story with us. But before we end the show, Kim, magbababay na tayo kay Doktora. Before we end the
For another
show,
hour.
maybe you'd like to say something, your parting words to our viewers.
Okay, so hello. Hi, good day everyone. So I just wanted to say that well, number one, for the first time parents, you're doing the greatest job. Sometimes like, you tend po kasi to overthink stuff, but I know with your overthinking for the first time parents, you're doing the greatest job because you're thinking ahead already. And for all of the childcare and for my practice then. So kindly oh no.
Kaya mo yan.
I think
You can be reached where can they find you?
You can reach me through my clinics at Aventus Medical Care and St. Camillus Polyclinic. And if ever you have any pediatric concerns, you can always reach me.
Yan. Oo. If, di ba Kim, pag nagka-baby ka na, dalhin mo siya kay Doktora kasi she has the best smile.
So,
Yeah.
ang gusto ko from her, you need to be patient and then to have patient care.
Yes,
She's
oo
a
nga.
doctor.
You really have this very nice vibe for a doctor. Kasi di ba, that's very important, especially since you're dealing with kids and parents. So, anyway, thank you once again,
For your
Dr.
time.
Janezza. So once again, this has been your host, Dinah Ventura, and with me is Kim Sancha. And this has been Spotlight.
Spotlight.